The Oklahoma-based writer and TV personality known as the Pioneer Woman, Ree Drummond's family received terrifying news on Wednesday, March 10th after learning Ree's husband, Ladd, and 21-year-old nephew, Caleb Drummond, were involved in a head-on collision. The pair were out on the family's ranch in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, driving fire trucks in response to a brush fire near their property. High winds caused the gravel road to decrease both drivers' visibility, resulting in the crash. Caleb suffered broken ribs and a bad concussion, amongst other injuries. While Drummond's husband, though at the time refused medical attention, later revealed he broke his neck in 2 places and underwent surgery to stabilize one of the fractures. Thankfully, both are recovering and will be okay. And while the collision was terrifying, intense accidents on the farm isn't something that's uncommon for the Drummond family. In fact, we found a few stories the Food Network star shared in her book, Frontier Follies, of accidents on the ranch that might leave you speechless. Like Ree Drummond may or may not have once injected herself with a vaccine meant for pigs. Yep. I'm Addison Hager for Taste of Country, and I'm about to dive into that story and a few others. But before I do, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, that little notifications bell is clicked, and hit that thumbs up button if you're glad both Ladd and Caleb are on the road to recovery. Before we start off with the matriarch of the Drummond family, we first want to give credit to Showbiz Cheat Sheet for diving into the Pioneer Woman's book for these very unique ranch life stories. And we won't keep you waiting any longer, so back to Ree Drummond and her pig vaccine moment. According to Cheat Sheet, the story goes that she accidentally injected herself with the vaccine, although later she would joke that she now doesn't have to worry about contracting blackleg disease, which, if you know what it is, it's a bacterial disease mostly seen in livestock. So either way, Ree is good, but that's one way to shake off and joke about a less unfortunate moment. And while we're on the topic of Ree Drummond, we have another ouch moment from the Pioneer Woman, this one involving her husband Ladd. As the story goes in her book, Ladd accidentally dropped a 200-pound pipe on his wife's ankle. And as a lot of stories go, from Ladd's perspective, it was his wife who dropped the pipe, not him. Tomato, tomato. Regardless of who dropped the pipe, we're confident that it was painful either way. Speaking of Ladd, in addition to his more recent injury that we mentioned at the beginning of this video, Cheat Sheet notes that Ladd once dislocated his finger while riding his horse. And don't think it's just mom and dad who've had a few bumps and bruises along the way. Their kids have too. Todd, the baby of the family at 17 years old, once ran into a barbed wire fence. Once again, cue this reaction. And to make things worse, it's not like he just casually walked into the barbs. Nope. The Pioneer Woman notes that he ran, quote, full speed. If you're wondering, how does one run into a barbed wire fence? Well, to help Todd out here, it was dark, so already hard to see, and he was out playing with the family's dogs. So not the best mix of situations to help see the fence. In the book, Ree also notes Todd's other uh-oh moments, consisting of cutting himself on a nail, a little mishap with a flamethrower, and kinda like his mama's moment, injected himself with cattle wormer. Yep, you know what to cue. Are you squeamish yet? Well, hold your breath because we're running through the rest of the Drummond siblings really quick and their unfortunate ranch mishaps. You have the couple's oldest, Alex, who once stepped on a toothpick but decided not to tell her mom about it. Unfortunately, it had broken off and gotten infected in her foot, so couldn't hide it from her mom any longer. Then you have Ladd and Ree's other daughter, Paige, who is now 21 years old, but at the age of 7 cut her hand on a beer bottle. Which, don't panic, Ree makes it clear Paige wasn't drinking the beer she cut her hand on. Next is the Drummond family's 18-year-old son, Bryce, who once suffered a concussion after falling off a horse. Now the Drummond family has one more kiddo, Jamar, who is the couple's 18-year-old foster son who's lived with the family for over a year and a half now, and as far as we know, hasn't had any of these moments. Thankfully, the Drummonds family latest ranch mishap not only ended with their father alive, but able to attend his daughter's wedding in May. Although he will still be in a neck brace, Ree noted on her website that they are making the best out of the situation. Quote, he will have to wear a neck brace for several weeks to let the other fracture heal. And the girls and I will bling out the brace for Alex's wedding, but we are just grateful he will be here for Alex's wedding. The Pioneer Woman recently updated fans again on Sunday, March 28th, as she went to attend her daughter's wedding shower, that Ladd was continuing on the road to recovery. Quote, "I got to celebrate my daughter and the man she's about to marry, and Ladd is doing really great too. So no complaints out of these overlying, to be honest, lips." What Drummond family accident story was most shocking to you? Let us know in the comments section below. I'm Addison Hager for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for subscribing.